Well, today we're going to do spark plugs on the old 150. This is a 96 F150 with a 4.9 straight 6. Now this is an old truck with a few miles on it. I started taking wires off before, and since I'm going to show you how to do it, what I do is recommend that you take one off at a time. That way you don't get them mixed up. I've done this a fair amount of times. And there's my old plugs right there. You can see them nice and square. What you do is you start out, you have a 13/16 spark plug wrench socket, and I use a short extension with a 3/8 drive ratchet. Now what you want to do is you want to slide it down at the top of the first one, get it on there real nice. You'll feel when it seats. Okay, I'm going to need to use two hands, so I'm going to set you down for just a quick minute. Okay, I broke her loose, and now what I do is I push in the top, my ratchet, I leave it right up on top of there, and I pull it out. Turn it by hand when I can. This one's been a little finicky. It's been in there for a little while. It's been in there for about 2 years. Shouldn't. I just don't drive this truck too much anymore. I usually drive Grand Cherokee when it's working. But what I had is I had a dead miss every once in a while. And I already know what it was, so I'll show you that in a second. And I was thinking about just cleaning my plugs. So this first one here I pulled out. And I cleaned it and I put it back in. I gapped it to the right. I got these to 42. When I pulled this one out, it was around 50. Okay, and there you go. And I clean my plugs rather than replace them most of the time, but it was time to do it, and I'll show you why on the next one. When I pull this one out, I already have this one loose, so I know what it's doing. I just have it in there to show you what she was doing. Okay. Now, here, this one has a center electrode that just spins. If you see, I'm holding it and it's moving up and down. It's real loose. I've never seen a spark plug like that, so it's pretty bad. So what I'm going to do is replace them. I had the Autolite Platinums that I'm using today. Okay, these are the AP5125s. That's what I'm using. And remember to put some, it's a good idea to put some anti-seize on there. And at the same time, I guess I ought to be doing the plugs and the wires, but I did the plugs and the wires about 2 years ago. I mean, the wires and the cap and rotor about well, honestly, probably 3 years. But I'm going to let it ride for today. But again, you just stick it in the end. You reach in there. I've already got these to 42, like I said. And I just reach my hand down in there. And I like to put them in by hand so that I can feel that they're not cross-threading. And I can feel them going in. Once I feel them going in a couple of threads, I put them in hand tight, and then I use the wrench on them in a minute. And my second one, like I said, it's a good idea to do these one at a time. If you don't know the firing order and you're not sure everything, if you do them one at a time, you won't have any problems, or you shouldn't anyway. So that's what I do. If anything else comes up, I'll show you. There's 6 of them in here. It's the 4.9, the old 306. This is a workhorse. Alright, this is my spark plug for my 150. In case you didn't know, this is a gap gauge, and I take mine to 0.42. Okay, you can see it right there. You go to the second mark. Just, yeah, it's a little hard to be exactly precise, but this gets it close enough. And that's how you do that. It's gapping your plugs. Alright, this is what it's doing. It's cold, so you're still hearing it revving a little higher. But I should have shown you a video beforehand. It had what it sounded like a dead miss. And what it turned out to be was, well, it had a dead miss, but also sounded like it had a hell of a valve tap. And what it happened to be was, on my number 5 cylinder there, the spark plug was loose, and it was allowing the compression to escape right through the center of the plug. I think I showed you in the prior video of what the spark plug looks like. I'll see if I can get it a little better right now. There's my little hot rod. How you like that? But which one was it here? You'll be able to tell because you'll see the electrode is going down and touching where the spark goes through. And if you say I can pull it, there's the gap, and I'll push it, and there it goes. See how loose that is? You can actually turn it right in there, and you can see the rest of them are clean up to the boot pretty much, except for this one, but this one's been just spitting it around there. And when I changed my plug, not only did my so-called valve tap disappear, but now I'll be running on 6 cylinders all the time instead of 5. What it was like an inconsistent miss. It'd go every once in a while, or more than every once in a while. I noticed it when I was at Dunkin' this morning. But as you can hear, she's going pretty good right now. You know, for something that's got 130,000 miles on her. And as you can tell, I wheel, I drive her to work, I drive her to Home Depot, I leave her for months at a time in the driveway, all over. But I seem to have resurrected her one more time. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment. Take it easy now.